Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys my pre-trade deadline predictions for the MLB season. I'm going to make another video just like this after the trade deadline, see how it changes in the next couple of days, because these are a big couple of days for the MLB. We get to see who's actually legit and who's going to buy, who's selling, so a lot should change. We're going to get right into it here, starting off with the American League. And we're going to go through division winners, wild cards, and the teams that just missed the playoffs. Starting off with my 1 seed in the American League. This is insane that I'm saying this. The Baltimore Orioles are going to get the 1 seed in the American League. They're going to win the AL East, beating out the Rays, beating out the Blue Jays, beating out the Yankees. It's going to be such a fun division to watch finish at the end of this season. I think Baltimore comes out on top, and whoever comes out on top in that division, I think gets the number 1 seed in the American League. Then the number 2 seed, I have the Houston Astros. I think they will win the AL West, slightly edging out the Rangers. It's going to be a really tight race. I just think the Astros are too good. They had a slow start. They're going to pick it up. I think they're going to win that division. It's going to be really close, so that's going to be another fun one to watch for. Now we got the last division winner in the American League, the AL Central. This division's atrocious. Only one team from the division is going to make it in, and it's going to be the division winner. And I just don't see how it's anyone other than the Minnesota Twins. The Guardians just aren't playing good enough baseball, and no one else in that division is a playoff caliber roster. So I think the Twins win the division, but they're probably going to get booed in the first round of the playoffs. The AL Central is kind of irrelevant. So we're going to move on to the AL wildcards now. We're going to knock out the whole American League before moving to the National League. Starting off, my 4 seed, the best wildcard team, I have the Texas Rangers. I think even though the Orioles and their division race is going to be close and Baltimore will end up getting the 1 seed, I still think Texas is going to end up doing better than the second place finisher in the American League East. That's how close I think the division between Houston and Texas is, and just the race between all 4 of the teams finishing first and second in the AL West and AL East. They're all going to be so good. It's going to be such a tight race, but I have the Rangers getting the 4 seed, just barely missing out on winning the AL West and getting a wildcard spot. Then I have the second best wildcard team being the Tampa Bay Rays. They started off so hot. They're going to get in the playoffs. They won't miss it, but I think they're going to continue to cool down. Baltimore is going to continue to heat up, and Baltimore will take the division, and Texas will have the 1 game ahead of them, barely getting the home field advantage in the AL wildcard, and that would be a super fun AL wildcard matchup between the Rangers and the Rays. That would be so much fun to watch, and I'd love it if we were to get that. But now for my last team to make it into the playoffs in the American League, I have the Toronto Blue Jays just edging out the Yankees, Mariners, and Angels for the last wildcard spot. It really could be any of those 4 teams. I think Toronto has a slight edge because of Seattle's slow start and the Yankees really scuffling lately without Aaron Judge. The Red Sox, I don't even have on here because I don't think they're going to actually contend for a playoff spot. The division's just too good, and one of the teams is bound to fall off, and I think it'll be the Red Sox. And then the Angels seem to be going all in. They said they're not trading Ohtani, and there has been a couple trades go down. Traded for Lucas Giolito. That should be interesting. But I don't think they're the Angels. I don't think it's going to be enough for them to make the playoffs. But I do think they're going to just miss a wildcard spot, having the best season they've had in a while. They will finish well over 500 this year, something they haven't been able to do in years prior. But they will lose Shohei Ohtani, and their franchise is doomed. As for the Mariners, they just started out too slow. I mean, I got the Julio jersey on right now, but I don't believe. I wish I could. I believe in the roster. I just don't believe they can catch up to Toronto because of the slow start they have. Can't seem to escape 500. But hey, if they have a good trade deadline, I'm hoping they can prove me wrong. As for the Yankees, like I said, just too many games without Aaron Judge. He's supposed to be back, I think today when I'm recording this video. So it will have been yesterday for you guys when you've seen this. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. They can easily take Toronto's spot, though. They have a good trade deadline. Go out, get Cody Bellinger, players like that. I think they could totally end up making the playoffs. They're the New York Yankees. You can't count them out. But that is my predictions for the American League. Now we're going to move on to the National League, and the National League is pretty insane. Starting off with the easiest prediction of this whole thing. The Braves are going to get the 1 seed in the National League. No doubt about that. Best team in baseball. Have one of the best players in baseball, in Ronald Acuna Jr. They're going to win the NL East easily, well above anyone else. Phillies don't stand a chance. Marlins don't stand a chance. Mets are an embarrassment. So it's going to be the Braves winning that division. They're going to have the best record in baseball, and they'll get the 1 seed in the National League. Now the 2 seed in the National League, I do think the Dodgers will get it. They'll win the NL West, beat out the Diamondbacks, the Giants. They're still the Dodgers. They're going to win this division. They're going to get the 2 seed. They're not better than the Braves, though, and they're probably going to end up choking in the playoffs anyways, so it doesn't really matter what seed they get. As for the 3 seed and the winner of the NL Central, this one I'm really excited for. It is going to be the Cincinnati Reds, led by Ellie De La Cruz, that whole just young team that everyone loves. They're going to get it done, and they're going to get back into the playoffs and slightly edge out Milwaukee to win the NL Central. So now as for the National League wildcard teams, the top wildcard team for me, this team's just too talented in my opinion, and it's the Philadelphia Phillies. They were in the World Series last year for a reason. They went out and added Trey Turner. They should not be doing this bad. They will get a playoff spot, and I think it's going to be the top wildcard spot, and they will host a series at home in the first round of the playoffs. As for the team they would be facing in that first round of the postseason, I have it being the Arizona Diamondbacks, making the playoffs as a 5 seed, going into Philadelphia to take on the Phillies. That would be a fun series. And this team, I mean, I like what I see from them. They're young, they got talent everywhere, they have the resources to go get a lot better here at the trade deadline. I think they make the playoffs. They could even, I think they have a shot to take over the Dodgers and win the NL West. It's going to be tough for them, tall task, but if any team is up for the challenge, I think it's this young Arizona Diamondbacks team. As for the final team making the playoffs in the National League, taking the final wildcard spot, I have it being the Miami Marlins. You don't have Luis Ariz hitting nearly 400 and miss the playoffs. They're going to get in and slightly edge out the Giants and Milwaukee. Milwaukee is just missing the playoffs because they're just barely going to miss winning their division. I don't think the loser of the NL Central is going to contend for a wildcard spot. You got to win that division to make it into the playoffs, and I think the Reds will beat out the Brewers to win the division and make the playoffs. Even though the Brewers have gotten a lot of head-to-head wins as of late, I just think the Reds team is a team of destiny. They're going to get it done. And Milwaukee, while they're a good team, they got talent all around, I don't think they can get it done against the Reds. I think the Reds are going to take that division. As for the Giants versus Miami situation, where I have the Marlins just ahead of the Giants, it's just I don't believe in the Giants. No one has any reason to believe in the Giants. You don't really have a reason to believe in Miami either, but they've been succeeding without Sandy Alcantara playing like the Cy Young we all know he can be. So that's why I have Miami slightly edging out the Giants. But that is my list right before the trade deadline. This is my postseason. These teams would make it for a very exciting postseason. The first round matchups would be Toronto versus the Twins. That wouldn't really be close. Toronto should run through them. Rays and Rangers would be one of the greatest playoff series we've seen in a long time. And then we'd have Philadelphia and Arizona. That would be a super fun series. And then Miami and Cincinnati, another super fun series. And I think teams like the Reds, teams like the Blue Jays and Baltimore, all can have like, and even the Diamondbacks could have like really under the radar deep playoff pushes this season. And I'm excited to see if any of them could get it done, take down the Astros, who are of course still the juggernaut in MLB, take down the Braves, who of course have been just unbelievable this year. But yeah, that is my prediction entering the trade deadline for the MLB. I'll be making another video like this come August 1st, and we'll see how much different it is. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on next time. Peace out.